Rangers are the Stanley Cup champions, and this one will last a lifetime.
This is unbelievable. These people have waited a long time. Fans, players, coaches.
Let the celebration begin.
Congratulations, Rangers.
This is very well deserved.
The championship to New Jersey. The Devils win the Stanley Cup. The celebration goes on.
Sakic held it in. Still held in. Ue group shot. Score! The Colorado to win the Stanley Cup!
What an incredible hockey game and an incredible finish to an unbelievable season. Congratulations to the Avalanche.
Red Wings trying to get the sweep. 3 seconds left. Into the zone. The Detroit Red Wings are the Stanley Cup champions!
One current player has been captain of his team longer than any other NHL player today. It's my pleasure to present the Stanley Cup to Steve Yzerman.
After 42 years without a single title, they have won 2 in a row. The Detroit Red Wings of 1998 are Stanley Cup champions.
That is a live shot in Detroit. Vladimir Konstantinov is coming on the ice. By Hull, shot, Yari Letnin. Hull, loose puck, Hull, shot, score! The Dallas Stars, Brett Hull, they've won the Stanley Cup. Deep in the heart of Texas, the Stars are shining. For the first time in their franchise history, have won the Stanley Cup. The New Jersey Devils have won the Stanley Cup.
And Jason Arnott in absolutely the right place to handcuff Ed Belfour, and the Devils are the champions.
They win it at 8:20 of the second overtime.
I mean, these players this morning were talking about how important it is for them to win for Ray Bourque.
And now, this is it. The Stanley Cup 2001.
Colorado Avalanche, and after 22 years, Raymond Bourque! Sakic's telling him, take that thing and skate.
Skate it, baby. Skate it.
We'll follow you. The Detroit Red Wings have won the 2002 Stanley Cup. It's snowing red.
Wrong shade of red for the Hurricanes. What a valiant effort and playoff run. But the Detroit Red Wings have proven too much for any foe, and they deserve the Stanley Cup. This man, Dominik Hasek, has his resume finally completed with a Stanley Cup.
For the Ducks, 2 of the old-timers who will not win, but they were on the ice at the end.
The celebration starts. The New Jersey Devils, for the third time in their history, have won the Stanley Cup. The Devils 3, the Ducks nothing. Devils Stanley Cup champions. So the bench, Calgary will have the advantage. They do right now. Running out of time, though. 4 seconds left. In front, Happy Mullen. The Tampa Bay Lightning have won the first Stanley Cup.
Then they won the next 4 and the 2 rounds after. They have been absolutely relentless. Brind'Amour with the net empty. Pronger shrubs it away. The Carolina Hurricanes have won the Stanley Cup. The group wearing red hardly knows what to do. For most of them, they've never celebrated one of these before. The words through the 4 rounds are passion, sacrifice, heart, and destiny. They had them all. And they are about to win it all. The Anaheim Ducks are the Stanley Cup champions. Sent back out to center ice off Cleary. Gonchar turns it around. It is brought right back into the pass to the front backhand. And that's it. The Detroit Red Wings, for the 4th time in 11 years, are the
puck taken back by Campbell, left point. Drops to the Kane on the left half boards. Here's Kane now, juking his way to the lower left corner. Should he score? It's in! It's in! The Hawks win the Stanley Cup! The Hawks win the Stanley Cup! The Chicago Blackhawks' long drought is over.
No icing. For the first time in 39 years, the Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
Is blocked. It's felt this way for the last couple of months, but now these players truly are the kings of the NHL. Los Angeles has won the 2012 Stanley Cup.
And the puck bounced out to center. Striding ahead for it is Taves. Staggering on Taves. Pushed it wide. 2 seconds and 1. The Blackhawks are Stanley Cup champions.
Picked up by Martinez. Martinez to Clifford. Feeds it right side to Foley with a shot. Save, rebound, score! Alec Martinez has won the Stanley Cup for the Los Angeles Kings.
Crawford steers it aside. 9-8, the countdown from the Crown Erie United Center. Sent around the boards for the 3rd time in 6 seasons and the 6th time in their illustrious history. The Chicago Blackhawks are Stanley Cup champions.
Those who remain here are standing in support of a team that has caused skepticism in the past, but not this year. Glassing a shot. Knocked down in front, picked up by Crosby, lobbed down the ice. And the Pittsburgh Penguins have won the Stanley Cup. They are mobbing Matt Murray. He keeled over from the attack.
And you can tell your ma, you can tell your pa, I'm going to send you back to Arkansas. Stanley Cup champions 2017, the Pittsburgh Penguins.
All we need is a puck drop and release the Hounds. Eller for the draw. And as the puck drops, the words that DC fans have been waiting to hear since 1974, the Washington Capitals are the 2018 Stanley Cup champions.
A team that was in last place on January 3rd. 5 seconds to go, and the time winds down. They did it. It's over. The game is over. The series is over. The wait is over. And the St. Louis Blues are the Stanley Cup champions for the first time in franchise history.
Shoots, save made, rebound is loose. Sagan shoots, wide left, 15 seconds left. Rebound Radulov behind the net. Right circle Heiskanen, right point Klingberg shoots, blocked, it's out of the zone, into the neutral zone, 8 seconds left. Barclay Goodrow after it, shoots wide, right of the open net. Time ticks down, the Lightning win the Stanley Cup. They have reached the top of the mountain. They are the Stanley Cup champs.
Goes out in front, it is cleared as time winds down here in Tampa. 5 seconds remaining, puck retrieved by Petrie. Lightning strikes twice. The Tampa Bay Lightning win their 2nd straight Stanley Cup.
Back is Steven Stamkos. Back in his own zone, chased by McCarr. The dynasty will be denied, and a new legacy begins. They've reached the summit, and the Avalanche are 2022 Stanley Cup champions.
20 seconds remaining. The Golden Knights start to celebrate on their bench. The silver trophy to the Golden Knights. Seconds to go. One last gasp for Edmonton.
Bouchard's pass didn't click with Draisaitl. 12 seconds to go. Florida trying to end it up against the wall, which would be fitting. 3 seconds to go. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup. For the first time in their 30-year history, the Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champions.
The reign's going to continue. And now they're knocking on Dynasty's doorstep. The Florida Panthers back-to-back Stanley Cup champions.
Lord Stanley staying in South Florida. Last year was greatness. This time it's historic. The Florida Panthers are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions.